Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today we're doing a reading on what your body needs from you right now. So we're going to be looking at the physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional aspects of what your body is craving or currently needs from you right now. So we have 3 options for you to choose from today. Group number 1 is the oranges. Group number 2 is the strawberries. And group number 3 is the mango. So use your intuition to guide you to the reading or readings that resonate with you and will have the messages that your body needs at this time. Use the timestamps linked in the description box or pin in the comment section below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings, and we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the oranges, then this is going to be what your body needs from you right now. So we're going to start out with the unicorn oracle. Let's take a look and see what your body needs right now from you. I'm feeling, even just from the image, that your body probably needs some more vitamin C, group number 1. I feel like I'm also getting sunshine, so it might be vitamin C and vitamin D. But yeah, getting out in the sun, I'm seeing I'm seeing sunlight, rays of sun, and it's beautiful. It's actually, I'm seeing like this radiant golden light dripping on the juice of the oranges, and it's beautiful. So it's like this juicy sort of sun-drenched energy that I'm feeling from you guys. That's what your body is really screaming for right now. So you have grandparent. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. It's funny because this card came up in the most recent reading that I did. Which one was it? Beating the level. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was beating the level. Okay, so your grandparent is around you. Your body could be talking about it wants more connection to family. It wants hugs. It wants nurturing. It feels safe with the grandparent is what I'm feeling. Maybe the grandparent fed you certain foods and it's like comfort foods. So it feels like your body is really craving some comfort, some warmth, especially when I think of the sun and I think of grandparent, I think of warmth and comfort. So definitely those are highlighted here. We have decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. So your body could be wanting you to decide on a course of action. It wants you to, I just saw and heard get up and move. It wants you to get up and move. So if you've decided, or if you haven't decided, I should say, that you are going to do something, maybe you're stuck in sort of this middle ground of indecision or procrastination, and your body is like, I want you to decide, I want you to get up and do things, I want you to just go for it. You know what I mean? And if your body is asking you for something, it's like, I want you to listen so that we can work together, is what your body just said to me. Okay. You have talk about your feelings. Yeah, exactly. That's right, like pretty much on par with what I was just saying there. It wants you to listen to it. So it says, talk about your feelings, tell a friend how you feel. Your body could be wanting to open up emotionally. This could be to a parent, a grandparent, a friend, a sister or a brother. I'm really getting like connections to people. Your body is really craving physical touch, okay? And this is going to help to heal your feelings, to connect to what your body is trying to talk to you about or tell you about in regard to how you're feeling. So talking about your feelings, even out loud to yourself, can be helpful. If you don't have anyone else to talk to yourself. Your body's always listening. Your spirit's always listening. Your higher self and guides are always there. So even if it feels silly to talk out loud to yourself, please try and do it and see how you feel, because it can be very, very healing. And your body is wanting to express some emotions that have been kind of underneath the surface. I'm also seeing the cat here in the corner as an indication that you guys might be needing, again, like cuddles and warmth and comfort. So like pets can be really helpful for you guys right now. Your body needs some kind of connection and closeness. Like, when was the last time you had a hug? How many times a day are we supposed to get hugs? Ideally, I think we're supposed to have up to 10 hugs a day for a healthy life. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't get 10 hugs a day. I get like 0 hugs a day. And your body is telling me, hug yourself. Oh, hug yourself. I'm not even kidding. Do it with me. No shame. Hug yourself. Guys, it releases the same chemical in the brain as what Spirit is telling me. So the more that we can actually touch ourselves gently and with compassion and love, the more that we can start to rebuild those wirings in the brain is what your body is telling me as well. So this will actually help you to open up emotionally to yourself, because what they're showing me is that when you connect to yourself this way, you actually feel safer with yourself. And as a result, you're more likely to want to open up and to communicate with yourself in that way. So being in connection to your feelings is really about connecting to your body and helping the relationship that you have with your body to feel safer. Okay, let's see what else you have. Listen to your true feelings. Yeah, they just keep talking about the feelings. Your body really needs you to tune in and listen to what it is trying to tell you, because the body does communicate through sensation and emotion. And we often don't come into the world speaking that language fluently. We kind of have to learn, what are emotions? What do they mean? How do they feel in the body? How are they unique to us? How do we deal with them? How are we responding or reacting to these emotions? So listening to your true feelings is really important. Your body needs that from you right now. It says, don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Your body could also be telling you that you need to, again, decide for yourself. It's like trusting your own intuition, trusting your body, trusting your gut is what I just heard. Yeah. Trusting your gut to help you make decisions so that you can trust your body to talk to you through its feelings. And that way you have not only a healthier relationship and a more trusting relationship with your body, but you also know what you need to do, because your body will protect you. Your body will always keep you safe. And it's working every single minute of the day to keep you healthy, not just physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. Your body is really like your biggest teammate and your most crucial support system. So make sure that you're supporting your body in turn. Let's see, we also have exercise. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Your body is asking for more movement. And that's kind of what I was getting with Decide. Like if you've been kind of humming and hawing about getting up and going out for a walk or going to the gym or going on a hike or for a swim or something like that, and then you procrastinate so long that you don't end up doing it, your body is like, please, we need exercise. We need some movement. It says run, walk, swim. I didn't even read the card, but yeah, I just mentioned like most of those things. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. So again, it's like a way to get outside. You get that sun, you get that movement, you get fresh air. Your body really needs some movement is what it's showing me. Movement, emotional connection, and like trust between you and your body, as well as affection and connection in that way. You also have change. The changes that you're going through are positive. So your body wants positive change. It wants you to know that these changes that you're making will be positive. And it's telling you that it loves you is what it just told me. Okay, that's not even connected to the change card, but it just told me it loves you. It loves you more than you know. And it wants you to trust what it is trying to communicate to you so that the relationship between you can be more mutual, because it loves you unconditionally. And it's kind of saying, you know, you don't always treat me the same way that I hope that you would be able to, because I love you unconditionally. Your body is a being in and of itself. Yes, it's you, but it's also not you. It has a life of its own in a way, and a mind of its own, quite literally, but also figuratively. And it's like a friend, you know, you've got to treat it like a friend. You've got to give it what it needs. You've got to talk to it and listen to it. Open up to making positive changes for your body. It deserves these things. It needs these things, and it loves you. So sweet. Okay, they actually just called me to get the goddess cards, so I wasn't even going to use these. I set out the decks that I thought I was going to use, but they just called me to these ones for you guys. So I don't know if we'll use them in the other readings, but for you, this is it. We have Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles, I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So recognizing and honoring your divinity as well as your humanness, which is essentially the body. But the body is also divine, is what Spirit just said. The body is divine because it is an expression of the divine. Therefore, it is important that we honor it for that, in that knowing, I should say. And she's holding a red egg in her hand, and this is reminding me of the root chakra, which is connected to the body. So this is the area in the energy system that helps us to connect and feel safe within the body. It helps us to connect through movement, through feelings, through sensations, all of those things. So I feel like there's kind of something that you're birthing. The egg is a new beginning. It's positive new growth and change. So I do see you healing your relationship to the body. Mary Magdalene, very, very sacred, divine feminine energy. So using your divine feminine principle, which is the ability to feel. We do have a lot to do with talking about and listening to your feelings, can help your body to feel more connected and safer. And as a result, you will feel better, happier, and healthier. You have the Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. So your body may have been going through some pain or suffering, group number one. I feel like there's a need to nourish and feed, because what I'm getting from this card is almost like malnourishment. There may be a nutrient deficiency. They did mention vitamin D and vitamin C, but there could be others that I'm not kind of picking up on. They're mentioning supplementing, they're mentioning different vitamins and minerals that you guys need. I'm also being drawn to the fact that this is Our Lady of the Hermits. And so this kind of speaks to me again of kind of like needing to get outside. The hermit energy can be a little bit of a cave dweller type of vibe. And I'm kind of talking to myself right now because I spend way too much time in the house, and Spirit is always kind of prompting me to get outside. And my body tells me the same thing, like, hey, we need some sunlight. We need some fresh air. We need some movement. And I'm seeing that here for you as well. Yeah, I see that if your body has had a hard time kind of going through pain, like if you've had any chronic pain or even emotional pain, because we do have a lot to do with talking about your feelings. So if you've had some emotional pain going on, your body really needs to release that, or it needs to process that appropriately. In this case, it's actually talking about transforming the pain into a greater capacity to love. So this is actually transmutation, but transmutation is a form of processing. It is a form of release. It does help us to kind of excrete those emotions, but instead of completely getting rid of them, we are absorbing the nutrients from them. So transmutation is kind of like you're turning something into something else, or you're extracting something from it and turning that into something that you need. And what they're showing me is actually the body does this with food, right? You put food into your mouth, you eat it, and then it goes down into the intestines, and the nutrients are drawn out and stored and allocated throughout the body to where they're needed. And then we get rid of the rest. And so I'm seeing here that this pain and suffering that you've been through and that your body has endured is actually something that can be catalyzed. It's kind of like food in a way. Some of it can be excreted, some of it is waste, but I'm seeing a lot of it can actually be transformed into these nutrients, which will help you to have a greater capacity to love. But in this case, they're talking about empathy, and not just empathy for other people, but empathy for yourself, empathy for your body, compassion for your physical beingness. That is what they're talking about here. Ooh, you have Enheduanna, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. So your body is letting you know that it is one with your soul is one with your body, and all of it is love. So the more that you can connect to the compassion of your soul expressed through your physical beingness, the merging of your soul and your body will be complete, is what Spirit just said. So there's a greater sense of unity and wholeness and embodiment as your body feels loved and cared for, because that is the relationship of love that your soul is truly here to express. So now let's get a closing message from, a couple of closing messages from the flower petals. Thank you so much to the donor who wishes to remain anonymous, who sent these to us so we can use them on the channel. I have an Amazon wishlist linked in the description box where you guys can check out all of the card decks that I have saved and that I want to use on the channel. So thank you so much, donor. Okay, you guys have Carnation. Keep going, keep growing, be unstoppable. Be unstoppable. Keep going. Keep growing. Decide to nurture yourself. Decide to take action. Decide to feel what you need to feel. Care for yourself. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Comfort yourself. And make sure that your body feels like it's safe to grow. Because I know from my own experience that when I didn't feel safe in my body, it was really hard for me to heal. It was really hard for me to expand. It was really hard for me to do other things in my life. So being able to feel safe in the body is really like the foundation. I mean, if we're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, physical safety is primary. That is number one. We cannot meet the higher needs if we're not meeting the physical level needs. That's actually why I wanted to do this reading and why Spirit prompted me to do it today. I'm gonna need to go out and do some physical healing stuff later today too. You know, gotta walk what you talk. So you guys are, you're growing. You are growing. There's a lot of positive change here that I see in your reading. And it's just kind of about continuing to love yourself and deepen that love that you have for yourself through this mutual understanding between you and your body. You have Snowdrop. Tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. Wow. That is beautiful. Group number one. Tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. So if you've been hoping for a reduction in your pain or suffering, or if you've been hoping to be able to feel and release your emotions to transmute them in a healthy way, or if you've been hoping for more comfort and connection, Spirit is saying that tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. There is an illumination, there's an expansion, there is growth on the horizon. And it's just up to you guys to decide how you're going to implement your portion of that, which means what can you do right now to increase those things that you need or that you desire. Talk to yourself, listen to yourself. Feel into your body, into your emotions, into your needs. Trust your gut. Love yourself, comfort yourself, eat those foods, make sure that you're prioritizing nutrition and exercise and sunlight and all of these things that are going to make you a happier, healthy person overall. All right, guys, so that is what I see for you. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate your presence in these readings. Thank you for liking the video. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments below what came up for you, what resonates, and what your body has been telling you at this time. And if you guys enjoy my reading style and you want to go deeper here on the channel, I do have memberships available. It will give you access to ad-free pick-a-card readings, tutorials, and live streams that we do once a month where I connect to you psychically and answer your personal questions live on camera. So if you guys are interested in that, hit the join button. And if you don't see it next to the subscribe button, that just means that you're on an iOS device and you will have to go through a desktop to access the join button. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. If you chose the strawberries, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your body needs. Now, before I even pull any cards, I'm already tuning into your energy, and I got to tell you, you guys need to cleanse and clear your energy body. Your physical body and your energy body are connected, and what they're guiding me to is like a cleansing spray. You can cleanse in many different ways. Let's just do this here. There you go. Get you guys some of that. But you can cleanse in different ways. You can do smudging, smoke cleansing. You can do physical cleansing through water. Soap and water is pretty standard. You can do energy cleansing through Florida water. And like this one is a combination of Florida water, holy water, and rose water. But there's so many different protection and cleansing mists that you guys can get. Incense, you know, all of that. What your body is telling me is that it's got like some spiritual gunk in the system, and you guys kind of need to cleanse and purge out some of that energy, because what happens is that the energy in the chakra system or in the different layers of the energy body, because there are many different layers to it, what can happen is it can densify down and start to impact the physical body. This is where we start to see dis-ease. So like emotional or spiritual wounds can manifest and trickle down into the physical body as diseases or imbalances, or just, you know, things that aren't exactly working as they should be. So they guided me to the Lemuria deck for you guys. So we're going to see what messages want to come through for you. Yes, I do feel that one. I feel that one. And this one. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look. Ooh, you have the infinite. So your body is wanting you to know that its capacity to heal is infinite. That's what it just told me. It's also talking about, yeah, doing some cleansing. They're reiterating that pretty loudly in my mind here. And specifically the heart chakra may have something going on there. So you want to check with your heart center. How is that feeling? Are there emotions that are being stored there that need to be released? Is there some pain there that has been lingering around that can be felt, you know, to be able to be processed? So that means you might need to cry, you might need to release, you might need to like love and comfort yourself. So whenever I feel something heavy in my chest or in my heart, what I do is I put my hand here and I just kind of gently allow myself to feel it, and I hold space for that part of me that is going through that. And even as I'm talking about it now, I can start to feel it coming up, you know, through you guys and your energy and connection here. So across time and space, I'm connecting to you at the time you're watching this video, and I'm actually here to help you to release some of this. Okay, so they are talking about doing cleansing work and things like that, but I'm going to help you to release some of it if you would like that. So we're just going to focus on the heart, the chest, because it's really stored up in here. It's a little bit out in the outer layers of the field as well, but a lot of it is right here. And your body needs to return to this gentle acceptance and this piece of sweetness. And it's having a hard time because it's got some grief or pain or sorrow or loss that is, you know, being held here in the heart. And, you know, a lot of the time when we have emotional stuff like that being held, or energy in the field, sometimes it's from other people, but a lot of the time what I see is that it's actually from emotions that we've resisted processing because we don't want to feel it. It's uncomfortable. It's painful, right? So I'm seeing that your body is kind of encouraging you to just dip your toe in a little bit to feel these things so that you can start to kind of remove bit by bit. You don't have to feel it all at once if it's overwhelming. You can just take it slowly. And they're saying you have infinite time and infinite capacity to be able to do this. And the fact that you were drawn to this video and that you clicked on it and that you're watching it right now is testament to the fact that you have infinite resources of support to help you to do this healing work for yourself as well. Ooh, yes, you have vulnerability. That's what it means. That's what I mean here. It's like your heart chakra and the emotion there and the pain in your aura is, it feels vulnerable. It feels very vulnerable to go in there and to heal these things. So I want you to know that you're safe and that you can do this. You are an infinite being. You are the power of the universe, and the power of the universe exists within you. So allow yourself to heal and to go into this vulnerability with a sacred reverence, is what Spirit just said. A sacred reverence that will help you to release these feelings, these emotions, and most importantly, to support your body in healing and releasing any pain that is held within the tissues, because they're showing me that it's, yeah, it's kind of, it has trickled down and it's now in the body, and it may show up in the chest, it may show up in the heart or the lungs, may show up in the back, the shoulders, or even the arms. The heart chakra really governs all of these areas. So if you're having pain or tightness or discomfort or health issues in any of those areas, I'm specifically feeling lungs. You guys might have lung capacity issues. Maybe your breathing capacity isn't good, or you're a shallow breather. If you smoke, this could also be negatively impacting your lung capacity, and it's connected to the heart chakra. It's like smoking to compensate for the emotional pain. It's kind of a way of coping. And don't be hard on yourself about that. That's a very vulnerable thing that you're going through. You've been doing the very best that you could to be able to keep going. And you are a survivor, is what Spirit just said. So if you've been through some pretty traumatic things, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Yeah. Oh, you guys are such a sweet soul. The strawberries are coming into my mind. So you're very, very sweet and innocent. I'm getting like strawberry shortcake kind of vibes. You know what I mean? Like very sweet, very innocent, very, very pure. And I can see that because your heart is so open and it has felt somewhat vulnerable, but it's infinite, so it's actually not vulnerable. It's just that you are a very deeply feeling person. And because you're so deeply feeling, sometimes life can feel prickly. Sometimes life can feel painful because, and more so to you than others. Now, that's not saying that others don't feel it too, but your capacity to feel is really like you on the spectrum of feeling. You guys are like right up there at the top of the bandwidth of what you can perceive. So you do feel things more intensely. I'm getting like itchy face and nose, and that sometimes happens when something it's tough to hear or it's really important. So the fact that you guys feel to such a high degree, this is what makes it even harder for you to open up and release and heal these things, because it feels twice as vulnerable to go in and to process the pain after you've already experienced the initial wound. So it's like, oh God, now I got to feel it again. You know, I already felt it so intensely the first time. I really don't want to have to go and do that again. By my own volition is what Spirit just said. Yeah, but that's how it works. And otherwise what happens is we just hang on to it. It doesn't go anywhere and it gets worse. And it starts to infect all areas of our life. And they just used that word, not me. I didn't want to say that, but they said it infects every area of your life. So that pain, it kind of like it leaches out. It's like a poison. And you are such a pure being, such a sweet being. That's why they've brought you to the reading today, so that we can get to the root of this and really assist you in releasing some of that vulnerability that has made you feel weak, but you're not weak. You're infinite, you're strong, you're powerful, and you're here to begin the process of catalyzing the release and processing of some of these painful traumas and emotions, okay? So you can evolve. You have evolution. Yeah. And look at that DNA spiral. You guys, you're meant to be evolving. You are evolving. And the fact that you were drawn to this video is a testament to that. Now, I see that the starfish here in the lower corner can be an indication of attachment. So you kind of need to release some of the attachment to these wounds. Some of it might be, it might not even be the pain that you're trying to avoid. It might be the fact that you don't on some level want to let go of the pain. I'll give you an example. So let's say you loved someone very, very deeply and then the relationship ended, or perhaps they even passed on or something like that. And that deep, deep grief and loss lives within the heart. And sometimes what can happen is that we hold on to and attach to that pain because it's really all that we perceive that we have left of that person who we loved so deeply. And what they're saying is that the love is infinite. Love is the infinite. It cannot be lost. Love is the greatest bond. If you loved someone once, you will always be connected to that person. The grief doesn't have to be what keeps you connected. In fact, if anything, that pain in the grief actually keeps you separate and disconnected. So it is definitely for your evolution to be able to heal and to release some of this pain, okay? You have endless opportunities. Beautiful. I love the butterflies and the bubbles here. The bubbles speak of energy protection. So this can be a technique that you can use to help to clear and cleanse and keep your energy clear. So after you do a clearing technique, you know, maybe it's just taking a shower, maybe it's doing some smoke cleansing, maybe it's doing like a spray cleanse or something like that. Then what you would do is visualize a bubble of light around you. You can make it whatever color you want, at whatever texture or consistency, or, you know, iridescent, pearlescent, sparkly, radiant, whatever you want. Get creative with it, have fun, and allow that light to envelope you in that safety and security that you're creating for yourself, because you are a creator. You are the infinite. You are the creator of reality. So as you visualize, as you perceive, as you choose to focus, that is what you're creating. And that's why they want you to take your focus and attention off of this pain. And even if you haven't been consciously focusing and attending to it, they're saying that the fact that you've avoided it has continued to allow it to persist. And that is a form of attention. Avoidance is actually creating inadvertent attention, because they're showing me that, yeah, what you resist persists. That's pretty standard. So your spirit guides and your body are giving you endless opportunities here to be able to reconcile with some of these painful memories and emotions that you're holding in your heart and release them in a safely vulnerable way, because it does take a lot of courage to be vulnerable. But they're saying that you are safe to do this, and it's going to help to spur on your evolution, and it is going to heal your body. So if you have had any body issues, that is going to help to catalyze the healing of those issues, okay? Let's see, what else do they want here? Oh, they just want me to like cut the deck on that one and grab one card from the goddess deck. Ooh, you have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. So some of these emotions could be anger, maybe anger at being mistreated, or at the grief that you have endured, or at the pain that this world has kind of placed into your heart. This is sacred anger. So Sekhmet, she's so powerful, absolutely amazing goddess to work with. Some people are afraid of her because she is powerful and they don't understand that power. But let me tell you, from my own personal experience working with Sekhmet, she is such a compassionate, loving space holder. And even though she is fiery and she will force you into things that are a bit uncomfortable for you, it's for your evolution, it's for your growth, and on some level your soul has consented to that. So she doesn't show up unless you've kind of said at soul level, I'm going to evolve, whatever it takes. So she's coming in with pure strength for you to be able to face this vulnerable part of yourself and heal your body in this way, to return to your sweetness. And I'm also seeing that this sacred anger can actually be something that comes from pure love. So I know that in our society, we tend to demonize anger. We tend to look at it as you know, a yucky emotion that is bad and you're wrong for feeling it. But really, at the core root of anger is love, because if we didn't love ourselves, we wouldn't get angry when our boundaries were crossed or when we were hurt. If we didn't care, we wouldn't get upset. It's like sad mad, you know, we get sad mad, we get upset because we care, because we love, because we have compassion. So I think anger can be a constructive emotion in the sense that it shows us where the pain is. If somebody is lashing out and becoming angry, they're in pain, whether they are willing to admit that or not. And that's part of the vulnerability, is anger gives us a false sense of strength or power or control, when really what we're feeling is pain. Pain feels so much more vulnerable, right? So we use that anger to sort of cover it up or to cope with it in a way. So Sekhmet is giving you permission to feel the anger, which connects you to the pain. It gives you a conduit to the healing, which allows you to do the processing work that will release this and ultimately support you in your evolution and your infinite capacity to create opportunities in your life once this pain has been processed, released, and transmuted as well. So we're going to get a couple of cards from the unicorns here as well, and then we'll get a flower petal for you guys too. So let's take a look. Oh, you have share. When you share, everyone feels happy. So share how you feel. This could be about opening up and being vulnerable. I'm seeing a therapist. If you guys have a therapist, open up to them, share with them. If you don't have one, they may be recommending getting one, because it can help you to process in a safe environment what you have felt that feels so vulnerable, especially if it was traumatic. I know from my experience, therapy was so transformational in my evolution. I am so thankful. I could not have gotten through the hardest times in my life without my therapist and the tools that he gave me. You know, even when I'm not working with him actively, I still use those tools, and they have benefited me for the years after doing that therapy. So I highly, highly recommend it. I think therapy should be mandatory. Like, I think we should all, not mandatory in the compulsory sense, but like it should be available to everyone, and it should be free, in my opinion. I mean, it should be government funded, let's put it that way, because everyone would benefit from it, whether or not we have trauma or we have mental things that we are struggling with or anything like that. I think it benefits literally everyone to be able to just open up, be vulnerable, and share with somebody who is trained in the capacity to hold that kind of space for you. It is so healing and so transformational. So that's also what your body is talking about here. Let's get one more card from the unicorns. You have decide. This came out in group number 1 as well. So it says it's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. So maybe this is deciding to be vulnerable, deciding to open up, deciding to seek out support, or deciding to allow yourself to feel these things so that you can heal them. All right. Let's get some closing messages from the flower petals. I feel this one and I feel this one. Okay. And thank you so much to the donor who wishes to remain anonymous, who sent these to us from my Amazon wish list, which is linked in the description box below. You have Gerbera, show appreciation and joy shall follow. So your body is saying, I appreciate you taking this leap to be vulnerable, to open up, and to allow us to evolve together, because your body is a part of you. It is an extension of you. It is also kind of like an independent entity in and of itself, and it wants to evolve. It's seeking to heal. It's seeking to grow, but it kind of needs your support to be able to do that. And it's trying to show you its appreciation, and it wants you to step back into the joy that you truly are at all levels. You have Snapdragon, listen with care and speak with kindness. So again, this is kind of bringing me back to the sharing card, where it's talking about listening, it's talking about communication, talking about maybe talking to someone about these feelings or about these experiences you've had. Maybe even doing some somatic therapy could be helpful here. Tapping is really useful. Yeah, I just heard craniosacral. I've never actually done that, and I don't really know what that is, but they're recommending that. Spirit brought that through for you. So listen with care and speak with kindness. This means listening to yourself as well, listening to your emotions and honoring those, even if they feel vulnerable. Deciding to show up and appreciate yourself as you are can be so, so healing. So listening with care and speaking with kindness. Speak to your body with kindness. Speak to yourself with kindness. You deserve it and you need it. Okay, please be kind to yourself. And this also applies to others, right? Of course, that's pretty standard. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Love yourself, love others. Show appreciation for yourself, show appreciation for others. Everything's kind of a two-way street. But I see you guys really deciding to evolve here, and you've got this infinite opportunity to do so. You have a lot of support on your side from Sekhmet, from the unicorns, from your soul family. I did want to mention that the dragons are here. You have angels, you have some mermaids as well. So we have a lot of these mythological beings that do exist in the higher realms and are wanting to support your healing and your growth. Okay, so that is what I see for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you, coming forward and watching the video and doing this work for yourself and your soul's evolution. And that's what helps your body to heal too. So sending you guys so much healing, love, and light to support you in this journey and this process. If you guys enjoyed the reading, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, stick around for more videos to come. And if you really like my reading style and you want to support the channel even more, I do have memberships available. These will give you access to ad-free pick-a-card readings for members exclusives. We have how-to tutorials, pick-a-cards, weekly guidance. We also have live streams once a month where I connect you guys live on camera and answer your questions psychically and using tarot and oracle. So if you guys are interested in that, hit the join button to explore the offers there. And if you don't see the join button, that means you're on an iPhone or an iPad and you do need to go either through a desktop computer or through the web page rather than the YouTube app. So thank you again so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. If you chose the mango, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your body needs from you right now. So we're going to start off with the goddess deck, and we're going to find out what messages your body's trying to bring through right now. I was pre-shuffling this and Isis came out. So this is talking about magic and healing through magic. I think Isis had to do with sexuality as well. So there may be some kind of sacral chakra healing that you guys are in the process of doing right now as well. Your body might need some more kind of physical release, if you know what I mean. Okay, so you have Mao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So mercy for your body is really important. It's kind of asking that you show it a little bit of grace is what it's saying. It's like, can you honor my strength? Can you give me mercy? Can you be gentle and compassionate with me? It takes true strength to be gentle. And they're also showing me that she has an apple in her hand. So you guys might need to be eating more apples. This could help. I'm hearing that it can help your gut. There's also a cherry tree in the background here. So I think fruits are going to be important. I did choose fruits for all of the images to select the readings. But yeah, I feel like fruits are particularly important for you guys. They didn't really come up in any of the other readings except for maybe reading one a little bit. But they're saying that you need more bioavailable, I think it's called glucose. Yeah, bioavailable glucose from fruit. That's going to help you to heal. They're also giving me the word pectin over and over and over again in my head. I think there is pectin in apples. I'm not sure. That did come through in a client session one time when she was having gut health issues, and Spirit recommended that she do a detox, but the detox was not like some, detox that I'd ever heard of before. What they recommended was for her to eat like 5 apples on an empty stomach. And I think they recommended doing it 3 days in a row. And it was like the pectin in the apples. It's like this kind of fiber or this gelatin type substance paired with the bioavailable glucose that helps to feed the system while at the same time pushing out toxins, trapping little nasties, pathogens, and things like that. And it can help you to go to the bathroom too. Yeah, because if you eat a bunch of apples, that's a lot of fiber. You're going to be running to the bathroom. So that's something that they're recommending here for you. If that resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. You will know if it's for you if you've already kind of been having inclinations of doing some kind of a detox, or maybe apples have been coming up for you and you've been noticing those synchronicities, then that's a direct message. You have Rita of Caskia, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So you guys are definitely doing some miracle healing here. And that's why your body is saying that the more that you can open up to this gentleness, to this mercy, the more that you can give, the more that you're going to receive, the more that you give your body to work with, the better it's going to be able to do its job, is what it just told me. And that's why they're asking for specific things like this detox or this fruit cleanse or whatever it happens to be. It's kind of like, can you give your body what it needs? Because then you're going to be able to do the impossible. So maybe you've been struggling with health issues and your body is saying, if you give me this though, I'll be able to do some healing, in a miraculous way. Maybe the doctor said we couldn't do it, or it would take this pill or this something or other to make any kind of a difference, but it's, maybe that's not even going to do much. Your body's saying, no, I have infinite capacity for healing and I can really miraculously turn things around if you give me the right tools. Because now they're showing me a battlefield and it's like your body has been running low on ammunition. So it's starting to like lose the battle, you know what I mean? And it's like, instead of surrendering and just asking for mercy from the opposing team, which is not going to happen, right? If there's pathogens, germs, viruses, things like that in the system, they're not going to show any mercy. So your body is saying, I need some ammunition. I need you to give me the right tools. I need you to give me the resources I need to be able to do this healing for you on our own behalf. Your body wants to heal you because it loves you. Your body wants to stay alive, obviously. So it's brought you to this reading. I don't know how intense, whatever this is, but it feels like there's a capacity here for miraculous healing, even if it's just something that has been fairly low level, or just something that's kind of been lingering around. It doesn't have to be super intense or life or death or anything like that, but it feels like there's something here that has been lingering around, and your body is saying, I can beat this if you give me the right tools. Let's keep going. You have Marguerite Porret, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine and I am nothing except love. So your body needs some love from you. I think that's where that grace, that mercy, that giving is going to come from, is really from a space of love. The more love you can give to your body, the better it's going to be able to function, the better it's going to be able to heal. And they keep saying the healing. So there's something at the physical level that you guys are working on healing right now. And your body is saying love is pretty good ammunition too, right? Like it bolsters. They're showing me that the food is the ammunition, but the love is like the pep talk, That's like Braveheart, Was that the movie? Yeah, Braveheart, when he gives like that epic speech that inspires his men. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, love is the inspiration and the hope to keep going. And the food and the nutrition and the proper supplementation is the ammunition that your body needs to be able to win the war. Okay? You have, you have the cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever expanding love. The cosmic egg. I knew there was something to do with the sacral chakra here. The cosmic egg does remind me of the sacral chakra, and even the colors. The orange here is relating to the sacral. We also have a lot of red here, and especially a lot of red in the rest of your reading, which can be root chakra. So it is physical body and the sexual organs as well. The cosmic egg does speak of fertility. So these could actually be hormonal issues if you're dealing with hormonal issues or fertility issues. Perhaps fibroids are a problem. I'm just getting that message coming through. If you have fibroids, if you have particularly painful menstrual cycles, if you're a man, if you have prostate issues, if you have, low sperm count, something like that, your body is trying to tell you that there's something wrong based with, because of these symptoms. It's like the symptoms are showing you, they're trying to point you in the direction, and your body needs, again, the right ammunition to be able to combat what is causing these imbalances. You have Anandamayi Ma, the joy-permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So this is really about listening to your body. It's like you are your own guru. You can trust your body to tell you what it needs, to lead you in the direction that is going to provide the most miraculous healing for you. And they're saying it's kind of like about mothering yourself. And since we do have mother here, and I did mention the sexual organs, this could be fertility issues. If you guys are experiencing fertility issues of any kind, I mean, I know fibroids can create issues with fertility. I know that obviously I mentioned low sperm count, that can be an issue with fertility. So there's something here about the joy permeated mother. So bringing joy back into the equation can help to heal some of the underlying emotional components of this wound, because it does feel like there's emotional aspects to it, but a lot of it is physical. And that's why it's like at this point, you really need to hit it from that physical level. It's kind of like, is it a top-down issue or is it a bottom-up issue? And right now it's kind of a bottom-up issue. And any of the emotional stuff that is kind of being caused or as a result it's really coming from that physical level of the imbalance. Yeah, I'm seeing hormones being an issue here as well. So let me just see what else. They want us to get Chubby Bunny for you guys. Such a cute deck. I love this deck so much. These three, get a couple more, and then we'll see. Yeah, okay. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Devil card, okay, the Ten of Pentacles, wow. Strength, again, like the Princess of Mercy was talking about strength, and at least that's what she was reminding me of, because the tiger in this card was reminding me of the lion in the Strength card. That's why I was saying like it takes great strength to be gentle. And then you have the Three of Wands. Okay, so Group 3, what I'm seeing here is that you need to give your troops the right ammunition. You need to give your body the right fuel that it needs. It's asking for a lot of fruit. So yeah, mangoes, obviously, that's literally the picture that you chose. Apples, they're saying anything that has like high levels of pectin. I don't even know what fruits have pectin in it, but I would say just Google it and see what information you can get on that. They're saying release attachments. Now, what attachments are these, Spirit? They said attachments to ways of perceiving yourself as broken. So if you have perceived yourself as broken, they're saying the attachment to the identity of that is actually kind of keeping you in that state of imbalance or dis-ease. And they're saying if you can release the attachment to the identity that you formed around that and start feeding your body with the resources it needs and start being more merciful and graceful with yourself, That is the strength that's going to create miraculous healing. But you really have to let go of the attachment to the identity of, this is just something that I am, or there's something that's broken about me, or there's something that's wrong with me, and that's just the way it is. It's kind of like no longer personalizing that. Maybe it's a symptom you have, and that is true and that is real. I'm not invalidating that. Spirit is not invalidating that. What they're saying is that you are a creator and you can create whatever you desire. And if it feels like this is something that is beyond your control, they're telling you that it's not. They've drawn you to this reading to tell you that it's not. If doctors have told you that this is something that you just have and you just have to live with, and you can maybe mitigate some of the symptoms, but it's a permanent thing, they're saying, no, it's not. And this is spirit talking, not me. They're saying, no, it's not. And I totally understand the mindset of like, this can't be changed. I have physical health issues that I struggle with, and mental health things as well, which do stem from a physical level of imbalance. But I, over time, began to identify with those parts of me and see myself as broken, and really struggle with accepting, the fact that maybe I could heal. And spirit really kind of had to beat me over the head with it a little bit in a loving, kind way, gentle way, to prove to me like, hey, no, you can heal. If you take these steps and you believe and you feel in this way and you prioritize these tools and these resources and this consciousness shift, you will see miraculous results. And I have. And there are still tough days when I feel like things haven't changed as much as I think that they would, or that I think that they should, I should say. Or, I have like little relapses and things like that where I'm feeling really low and I'm struggling or I'm in pain. And in those moments, spirit comes in and says, this is part of the healing. Just surrender. Know that you will be able to come out the other side. 1 or 2 or even a week of bad days does not negate all of the healing that you're putting in. It's just part of the healing cycle, because it is a cycle. It's a spiral. And sometimes we spiral up, but it can feel like we're spiraling in one place or even down, but really we're spiraling up. So they want you to know that you can have long-term health and stability, okay? The 10 of Pentacles is the most stable, most abundant, most rich energy, and it's also about family and generations. So if you've struggled with fertility, they're saying, again, it is possible for you to have children. It is possible for you to reproduce, or for you to heal these reproductive issues, even if you don't want to have kids, right? Because they could be causing other issues, hormonal things, right? So it's helpful to heal your body, irrelevant of what you're going to do with it, And you have the Strength card really talking about this grace and gentleness with yourself. Be kind to yourself, group number 3, because that is the energy that you're putting out. The more that you put out, the more that you will receive back of that same energy. And that's what they were talking about with Mao Shan. Giving is receiving. So the more that you give, the more that you're receiving. In this case, they're talking about giving yourself strength, giving yourself compassion, giving yourself grace and mercy and love. And of course, the foods that you need, because that is what's going to bring that back to you. Everything that you send out is what you're going to get back, but you first have to kind of embody that and apply that for yourself, okay? Okay, let's get some of the flower petals. So for group number 3, I feel that one. I feel this one. Oh, there's 4. Okay, there's a whole bunch. And thank you to the anonymous donor who sent us the flower petals through the Amazon wish list that I have linked below. Love these cards so much. So you have Rose, you are divinely loved and protected with grace. Divinely loved and protected with grace. So we have mercy, we have grace, we have strength. These are all very sort of similar energies in my mind. Like when I tune into the energy of strength, it can very much feel like grace. And when I turn into the energy of grace, it does feel very much like mercy. And then mercy feels like compassion. So all of these are kind of connected together. And if you can use them in tandem, you're going to really feel this sense of divine protection that you've been seeking. Like the divine is on your side. They're trying to help you to heal. They're trying to give you these miracles, but it's kind of like there is a part of it that is on your shoulders and is not on your shoulders in the sense that it's a burden, but there is a part of it that is within your control, and it's based on your free will and ability to take action. So spirit can only do so much. And they're saying, Iris, spread your creative wings and take flight. Okay, so the sacral chakra does have to do with creativity. So this is very apt. And it is talking about returning to your creativity as well. So part of this healing could be through creative expression. This could be painting, writing, drawing, singing, dancing, moving your body creatively in any way, shape, or form. It can be yoga. It can even be exercise. But really, creative expression is going to help you to heal the emotional component of this wound in the sacral and return some of that vitality and life force back to you, is what Spirit just said. So we all have vital force energy, and primarily we receive it either through the crown chakra, the root chakra, sometimes through the solar plexus. It really just depends. The heart as well can receive vital force. But what I'm seeing here is that when your sacral chakra is out of whack, your vital force energy is not flowing through the system appropriately, and it starts to impact your physical health. It starts to impact your ability to create and to express yourself. It starts to impact how you feel about yourself as well, and your mood, because they keep bringing it back to hormones. So if you guys have hormonal imbalances, this is going to affect your mood. PMS or PMDD could be an issue for you. This is like extremely painful menstrual cycles. Oh God, I feel for you. Yeah, okay. So that's something to keep in mind, that as you go through this healing process, lots of fruit, lots of self-love and compassion, shifting and changing the identity that you hold around your body being in this state as a permanent state, which it's not. Start to identify with being able to miraculously create change for yourself. Start being able to identify with the truth that you are a creator and you can shift and change any circumstance, so long as it is aligned and you are aligned as well. And creativity is going to be a major conduit for healing for you. You have gladiola. Set boundaries well to ensure good growth. Okay, so you need to set some boundaries. Group number 3, I'm seeing these boundaries primarily being with yourself, i.e. shifting the way that you think, right? Shifting the way that you identify. These are boundaries that we need to have with ourselves. It can also be around food. The devil card can indicate, addictions or compulsive type of eating and things like that. So this could be contributing to or exacerbating the issue. Again, it's like, instead of giving your troops the ammunition that they need, if you're eating a bunch of junk food or even foods that have phytochemicals and phytohormones is what they're telling me. So like soy, milk, even meat that has been treated with hormones, they're saying this is actually throwing gasoline on the fire, and it's like feeding or giving ammunition to the enemy troops. So they want you to be very sort of strict in regard to your boundaries with your habits, not just your mind and the way that you think about the situation. It's also to do, with your choices, your habits, your actions. And it says good partnerships are made of equal amounts of positivity. Now, it's interesting that they're bringing up partnerships. So this could be in relation to a partner, could be somebody that you're in a close relationship with, and perhaps you've been trying to get pregnant and it's not happening, or you've been thinking about that down the line, but you're realizing that there's something that's off within your body. This could be creating tension. So they're talking about good partnership being made of equal amounts of positivity. Now, a message that they're also bringing through in regard to this card is that a good partnership with yourself is equal amounts of positivity. So it means speaking positively to your body, thinking positively about your body and its capacity to heal and its capacity to perform its functions effortlessly, easily, miraculously, because your body is a work of art. Your body is the most miraculous thing. It is the highest level tech that you will ever experience. And it's not just technology. It's not just a biological meat suit. It is an entity in and of itself. It is a divine expression of the creator, such as yourself. So it's kind of like, I think honoring and respecting your body is a big important part of this as well. Not talking down to your body or rejecting your body or feeling down about what your body can or can't do. Okay? Because it just needs the right resources, the right support, the right mindset, and the right actions, and it's going to be a miracle. Okay? That is what I see for you, group number 3. I hope this reading resonated and supported you in your healing journey. That is my greatest wish and why Spirit drew me to the reading of this particular type today. So thank you so much for being here, for taking the steps to at least even begin the process of looking at these things and implementing healing. Okay? So I love you. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.